surprise waiting for you after this next test.
Oh yeah.
Telling you would spoil the surprise. So I'll
Why is
just
this
give you a
here?
hint. It involves meeting two people you haven't seen in a
Also, this is a
long
very
time.
strange mechanic. Like, okay, we established that you can do this, but then all of a sudden the game is like, hey, see this glass? They can't shoot you through it, but you've not been in... You have no reason to assume that this will work, but you're just like, okay, well, how about if I do this? And then well, that was... Well, I can wing this out if I try. Like, you just go, okay, cool. And then... Alright, why don't I just do it the way you're supposed to do it? I think you can't do it without doing it this way anyways. But why... This is like what I mean. This is odd design to me because it's like, okay, well, okay, it can go through glass. Like, there's no reason for you to try that. That to me just is strange. And it never comes up again. Like, why couldn't you do that in the past test? I also like that. It's just eerie and unsettling. That's what I think more of what this game needed, was eerie and unsettling. Like, the random off-quip stuff that happened in Portal 1 was more creepy because it didn't make any sense.
It doesn't say what the prize was for.
Like this joke here.
Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin.
Oh lol, because, you know, that's how people got killed in the facility in the first game. Like, that's just odd to me. It's not a great joke. But this is also a really fundamental big problem I have with Portal 2. So we see this puzzle right here and we go, okay, how do I... Oh, that's the surface I can portal onto. That's how the puzzle is solved. And I think that's a big downside because to me that's just lazy. It's the only way I can really describe it. Like, it limits the player's creativity in a really, like, kind of harsh way. Like, okay, how do I solve this? Okay, what can I shoot onto? And rather than how do I figure this puzzle out, is just kind of shit design.
I bet you think I forgot about your surprise. I didn't. In
It becomes
fact,
more
I'm headed
apparent as
to
we
your
keep going
surprise
through the
right
game
now.
too.
After all these years, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
Also, how would she get choked up? She doesn't have lungs. Look at me being so acidic to this game, but it's gonna get worse as we keep going. There's some major plot points that I want to point out. Oh, the surprise.
Initiating
It's...
surprise in 3, 2, 1. I made it all up. Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you.
I do like that joke. Oh boy. I just hope my criticisms aren't unjust, I guess. Because I feel a lot of Portal 2's problems, well, other than Portal in general, being lol, the series has cake jokes, is like, I don't know, that just strikes me as strange. Like, the gameplay is solid and fun. That's what makes Portal a good game. I'm going to die if I am not careful here. That's what I mean. I do like this puzzle. I like the aspect of the light bridge being like a barrier, which is pretty cool. Which is strange because you think that it would melt everything, but what do I know about science? Okay. And I do like this. Like, the danger... Because you could just... If this was Portal 1, you could just brute force your way through it. The danger is more or less how deadly the turret can be based on where it's looking, and then you have to think, okay, how do I get rid of the damn thing? I like that. That's a pretty decent puzzle. you see what I mean? You could shoot through this glass. It just never comes up again, which is odd. And then it just barely gets grazed and the whole thing lights on fire. I just think that's a little strange. But then again, that's me complaining about things that people think are better, and I don't know anything about game design because I code in the Doom engine, and I think it's 1994 at all times because that's when I was born. But that's besides the point. I do like the laser puzzles, though.
I feel awful about that surprise.
These are good.
Tell you what, let's give your parents a call right now.
I like this joke.
To those parents you are trying to reach do not love you. Please hang up.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh,
But impressive. Maybe they worked at the phone company.
I do like this light bridge puzzle because it makes you think, oh wait, I can totally actually just get across with it. I like some of those moments in Portal 2 where the kind of risky option is actually the solution. I think that's a decent game design thing. I don't think it's bad. Also, why does this not have a loading screen?
Hey, how's it going? I talked my way onto the old nanobot work crew rebuilding this shaft. They are really small. So, I know, Jerry. No, I'm on a break, mate. On a break. Ah! Just hang in there for 5 more. What, Jerry? You can't fire me for that. Yes, Jerry. Or maybe your prejudiced worksite should have accommodated a nanobot of my size. Thanks for the hate crime, Jer. See you in court, mate. Anyway, look, just hang in there for 5 more chambers.
I'm gonna ruin Wheatley even more. Why were these service rails not implemented in Portal 1? And why were there not more cores just moving
Well,
around?
you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while. So I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math.
Now I do like this portal puzzle because I think it encapsulates the gameplay of Portal because it makes you think a bit more. And I just wish more tests were like this in the game. But I also don't like that this surface right here is portalable and nothing in the game clues you in on that. You just kind of have to know that. Like, I like this puzzle right here because you can see that it's like, okay, cool, I have to figure out how to use the proper momentum technique to get over here. I like that. That's good design. I think this is one of the most... I don't know who designed this puzzle initially, but it's a good one. Like, you have to actually push this out of the way and figure out how to get over there. I like this. This is what I wish Portal 2 was, I think, which is just an extension of Portal 1. It's a good sequel, but it's got bad problems. And I think if more of the game was like this, I would actually like it a lot more, but it's kind of not. Because it's like, okay, cool. So we got over there, how do we... Oh, we do this. And then we go over there. Cool. And then, like, you see, this is what I mean. This is the kind of gameplay that I expect from a Valve game. However, it's so infrequent, and I have no idea how you're supposed to do that on a controller. I genuinely... I don't know, man. Your greasy Cheeto fingers will grease the controller so hard that it just splooges out of your hand. I don't know. I honestly feel weird holding a controller, and that's not because I'm a scrub. It's just weird to me. I do have a controller, obviously. I just don't use it very often because I don't eat Cheetos and cover my hands in grease. Which is strange considering Cheetos aren't very greasy at all. But, you know, it's a joke. Okay. Oh god, I'm dead.
I thought about our dilemma.
You know
and
what?
I came
No.
up with a solution.
Damn
that
it, I wanted to rip
honestly
it into
think
here.
works out best for one of both of us.
That amazingly worked, and that's like I was saying earlier on. That should technically have killed me, but it's strange that it didn't. In Portal 1, you could kind of screw around and not die doing that, but
Federal regulations
oh well.
require
I like
me to
this
warn
test,
you that
too.
This next test chamber is
Looking pretty good.
That's right. The facility is completely operational again.
Now, I think it's strange that this test never comes up again. Like, this concept of redirecting, like, it never comes up anywhere else in the game. This is the only time you see it. I think this was considered too hard
these test
for a lot
chambers
of
look even
people.
better than they did before. It was easy, really. You just have to look at things objectively, see what you don't need anymore, and trim out the fat.
Kind of like when you're, you know, doing the dishes. I trim the fat when I'm doing dishes. You see, I made a Portal 2 joke. That's terrible, I think, but whatever.
I've got a surprise for you after this
I like
next
this
test.
part.
Not a fake, tragic surprise like last
The
time.
good stuff.
A real surprise with tragic consequences. And real confetti this time. The good stuff.
The good
Our
stuff.
last bag. Part of me is going to miss it. But at the end of the day, it was just taking up space.
I also don't know if you can complete this test. I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm gonna find out. And then this
Going
happens.
on. Who turned off the lights?
Hey, buddy. I'm speaking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing.
Look, Metal Ball, I can hear you.
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! 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 Come on! I'm
I like
closing the door.
Metal Ball.
Okay, quick recap.
I think that's a good
We
line.
are escaping. All right, that's what's happening now. We're escaping. So you're doing great. Just keep running.
And then
Quick word
this is
about
my
the
other
future
gripe
plans
with
that
Portal
I've got
2
in
is
store.
these
We're
kinds
gonna
of segments
shut down
drive me
the
nuts.
production line. All right, turn off her neurotoxin and then confront her. Again, though, for the moment, run!
Like, why don't...
Come on! Come on!
The irony is you were almost at the last test. Here it is. Why don't you just do it? Trust me, it's an easier way out than whatever asinine plan your friend came up with.
Oh, what? How stupid does she think? Oh,